Good day, everybody. I'm Shmi, and I make guides for Path of Exile's Ruthless mode. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that like button, and feel free to subscribe if you'd like to see more. Today, I just need to tell all of you about the most recent temple I ran and how you can use temples to blow your Atlas progress wide open. You see, when you run a temple, there are two different directions you can take it. The first is to develop the temple with rooms that make the monsters harder. This generally leads to unlocking the ability to double corrupt an item or a skill gem. Sometimes it leads to special corrupted tempests, but some special late game direction. The other thing that you can do is you can develop your temple into rooms that just have a bunch of loot. And if you do, your temple will just be an explosion of whatever loot you focused on. The first few temples that I ran on Make It Rain flopped because I wasn't really given the choice to take any loot rooms. I kept having corruption chambers and sacrifice chambers, which are great later on after I've developed the character more. Now that I'm on Faceroll, who's just laughably tanky, I ran a temple and it finally gave me the option to emphasize loot. But it wasn't just any loot. The biggest struggle that I've had is with maps. You see, in Ruthless, maps are a lot harder to obtain than they are in Standard League. I wanted to push tier 10 or so maps and had a character that could easily do it, but instead I was stuck running tier 6s and 7s, getting little to no higher maps to run. In this temple, I was specifically able to upgrade and lock in a Surveyor's study early on. Instead of jewelry or gear, I built a temple to give me as many maps as possible. And the incursions that I did afterward all worked to build this map loot temple into something crazy. I locked in rooms which buffed the overall item loot and the overall pack size, and I got several upgrade rooms to the point where that original Surveyor study was now a full-on tier 3 Atlas of Worlds. And friends, when I ran this temple, it did not disappoint. I was getting map after map after map, and I even picked up a few other good items too, but mostly maps. Throughout this temple, I ended up collecting a total of 16 maps, and you can see here that they're not just low white tier maps. I was immediately given a whole bunch of tier 7, 8, and 9s. Now, instead of being stuck in tier 6 and 7 maps, I can immediately push into high yellows. In this one Temple of Ocelotl alone, I pushed myself forward 3 or 4 different tiers on my map grind. I can now power farm tier 9 and 10 maps and slowly push myself up the Atlas tree. A deep red map push should be coming up real soon. Black Star, I've got my eyes on you, buddy. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care, Exiles.